Hello, my little lovebirds. Tonya TKO here. And today is Wednesday, and I love making videos on Wednesday because it's right in the middle of the week. And I always use Wednesday as a reminder that that I need to come out and speak with you guys. It's been some time since I've been able to come out as your big sister, Tonya TKO, and make a video, as your love guru talking about love. So I'm coming out today and I'm making this video. And we've been talking about a lot of different things about the 30-day raw vegan that I did, and my fitness challenge to myself, and opening gifts and things of that nature. But it's been a long time since I've done a video about love and relationship. But I'm not a relationship expert. I'm a love guru, and the love that I talk about is the love that you have within yourself. And today we're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about premarital sex. We're going to talk about self-love. We're going to talk about searching for love through sex. Listen, I'm upset this morning. But you know what? And I'm not going to make any excuses for it. Listen, those of you who have a problem with my videos where I go hard, step out of the video right now because I'm about to go in. For those of you who can appreciate this message of love coming straight from the hip, then you guys forward this message on to somebody else who might need this message, because oh goodness, you know what? Some of you don't get a chance to travel like I do. And I spent some, in 2007 I did that world tour, and I spent quite a bit of time in the Middle East. And when I was out there in the Middle East, some people think that the women in some countries the women are subjugated, yes. I don't know. I haven't been to Saudi, but from what I hear, the women in Saudi Arabia are subjugated. I cannot speak on that for sure. I visited Kuwait, Jordan, Egypt, Sharjah, Turkey. What other countries in the Middle East did I visit? Oh, where they covered. That's Syria. Okay, and when I was out there, some of you who have seen my pictures, if you haven't, look at my video, Epic Year of Travel. And I also covered, not out of subjugation or out of, obligation, but you know what? Oh, goodness. I really want to get into the sex topic because the people in the Middle East are on to something. They're on to something. Keeping all of this hidden, they're on to something. Keeping yourself to yourself, they're on to something. A lot of my customers, believe it or not, are from the Middle East. My number one formula gets rid of stretch marks. So many women, before they get married in the Middle East, they want to get rid of those stretch marks, and make sure that they are looking sparkling and flawless on the wedding night. Speaking of flawless, I have on my grown and sexy look today with my smoky eyes. And I'll tell you guys at the end of the video how I achieved this smoky eye look. I'll tell you how I got it. I don't know how other people do it, but I'll tell you how I got it. And speaking of flawless, I also want to tell you guys that you guys can also have flawless skin. For those of you who don't know, I own my own company called TKO Skin, where I make gourmet skincare products, where I hand make the products by hand. Let me turn it down. I'm at work. I'm getting cold. Where I hand make the products, and they're organic, all-natural gourmet skincare products. Most of them are edible. And as a matter of fact, I've started making edible treats. And for my regimen, I'll tell you guys my regimen at the end of the video. This is a white glove because I do not have on foundation. People, remember when I did that nude picture? People were even coming out, look. I do not, nothing. I have on a little bit of blush up here. And look, see, can you see the little bit of blush? I have on it, well, I was rubbing before the video because that's how I got my smoky eye look. I was actually trying to rub off my eyeliner. I'll tell you guys the trick after the video. But there are 3 things that I use, and I'll explain them at the end of the video. I use a scrub, an acid. This is my new pumpkin pie acid that's coming out. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. The people on my website haven't seen this yet, but they're going crazy for it. This is my pumpkin pie acid. And it's, oh gosh, it smells so good. Listen, listen, and it works. And I use a reparative, if that's a real word, vitamin E solution. We'll talk about that afterwards, because people were like thinking I'm airbrushed. Remember my naked photo? Did you guys ever see that? My naked picture. They were like, oh, that must be airbrush. Oh, people saying I look like I have on makeup. Okay, look, I started polishing the complexion on my skin. Do you think this is airbrush live and direct? Do you think there's makeup over here too? All right, now that's just to add a bit of brevity. I'd love to laugh and, you know, and get you guys back in staying in a light mood, but the video topic is heavy today. And so, I mean, the fun part is over. If you need to get out now, because I'm going in. I'm going in. Listen. For those of you who are not on my Facebook page, please go over to my Facebook page, because a lot of my video topics are spurred from conversations that are started on Facebook. I posted up a message yesterday about the energy of older people, you know, and the energy of younger people, because, you know, I hired a person here, and I hired an intern, and, you know, I've had 2 people working with me before in the past, and I noticed that there's a different energy that young people bring to the workforce. They got that drive, they got that power, they got that fortitude, but only certain young people who have hard lives, and, you know, who go through lots of trials and tribulations, end up getting beat down and crushed and weighed down by life. And then today I posted up a message, a response, and I don't normally talk about my private life in public, but I posted up a response that I wrote to a guy who asked me if I wanted a boyfriend. Somebody I've been talking to on and off for some months now. If I wanted a boyfriend. I'm a grown woman. You talking about boyfriend? Let's go on. I'm gonna listen. Come over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Tonya TKO Show. And remember, that's Tonya what? With an O. That's right. Tonya TKO Show. Ladies, and believe me when I say this, I'm coming to you from a place of love when I tell you, keep your book closed. If you don't know what I mean by book, use your imagination. Keep it closed. When you do a lot of research, psychological research and evolutionary research and sociological research like I do, you come to realize a recurring theme. And you know what? We women today, we got it twisted. We're all messed up in the game because we don't know where we're coming from. We got it topsy-turvy. We got it so that we are trying to contort ourselves and trying to configure ourselves to fit into the scheme of a man, so that this man will accept us, so that he will love us and give us what we need and want. Ladies, let me tell you something. If you didn't know before today, let Big Sister Tonya TKO educate you. Sex and love are 2 different things for men. And if you think that you're going to get a man to love you by giving him the best sex of his life, by popping out all the tricks and techniques, by getting all the toys and rocking his world, if you think that you're going to get him to love you by doing that, honey, you got another thing coming. Keep it closed. If anything, you want to take sex off the table, honey. Keep your pantry door closed instead of doling out all of your goods hither and thither, so that you don't have anything left for yourself. Save your techniques, honey, because when I talk about the different energy that exists between being young and old, I'm talking about the trials and tribulations that get into your life that weigh you down. The baggage that you carry with you that keeps you under. Keep yourself fresh. Keep your life light. Don't add all of this unnecessary baggage by trying to force somebody to love you, because let me tell you something, honey. What's between your legs will not get him to love you. What's in your heart will get him to love you. If he's, oh gosh, listen, oh my gosh, if he likes you, if he likes communicating with you, if he has a connection with you other than in the bedroom, honey, yes, oh, he can love that. Pum pum. Oh, honey, he can love that, but not like you. And let me tell you, there's nothing more painful. Well, there are some things more painful, but it is, I'll say it is very painful to give up yourself from the inside, to sacrifice yourself, to expend yourself, hoping to get that love returned, hoping to get that love returned from behind. But no, honey. Oh, you can give up punani and get penis in return. You can give up your body and get a body in return. And you can give up your love. And honey, oh, unfortunately, you may not get that love returned. You can even give up a part of your body and soul and not even have that returned, honey. The only thing that you get is an equivalent to what it is. Oh gosh, how do I put it? How do I put this so that you can understand? If you've ever heard anything from me that I've said before, listen to this. Listen to this. Sex and love are two very different things for men. And you cannot trick a man to loving you as a person by performing all these tricks in bed. The man says that he's not interested, that he does not want a relationship, and you think, oh, if I just lay down on my back and lift it up this way and contort it out that way and do this and take it here and take it there, then, oh, if I do it unlike any woman that he's ever had before, oh, he's going to love me. If I give him something nobody else has had, this unprotected sex, and I let him go into me raw, that's going to let him know that I think he's special. No, let me explain. You know what? I'm going to take a segue and let's talk about disease, lady. Your area is open, and you are much more likely to catch disease from a man than the other way around. So you expose yourself to all sorts of things. For a man who doesn't want a relationship, you put yourself in a position where you're willing to die for him, to get diseases, so that when you do find the right man, you're filled up with all types of warts, bumps, and things that don't go away. There's some diseases that take away your fertility, baby, so that when you do meet the right man and you got that baggage off your back, now you can't even have children. And if you can, there's a chance that you can pass what you have down there onto your children out through the canal. Honey, this is what I'm saying. Save yourself in more ways than one. Save yourself emotionally. Save yourself physically. There comes a time in every man's life where he wants to settle down. But when you find a man who is adamant against it, you need to leave that person alone, honey. Because trust me, you know what? Oh, honey, it's cold out there. Oh, it's cold, not just for you, but for him too. And men like the warmth, the comfort of a woman too. There are men out there, well, every man gets to the stage in his life where he doesn't just want a house, he wants a home. But while there's so many girls out there opening up the pantry door, letting the goods out, it becomes very difficult for certain types of men to want to give that up and settle down. But like I was saying before, and I'm going to finish up on this statement, it's not what's between your legs that gets him to love you. If he likes talking to you, if he has a certain type of day and he can't wait to tell you about it, you're the first person that he thinks about sharing that with. When speaking of sharing, when he thinks about when he has something, that when he sees something, when there is something, he wants to share that with you. When you're on his mind, do you know what real estate is? When you take up a part of the real estate in his mind, honey, when he likes being with you, talking to you. Yeah, there's some people who get married with the person that freaks them the best, but those are the people that end up in divorce court. The people who like to be with the people who they speak to the best are the ones who last the longest, because believe me, oh, long-term relationships are not easy. It's going to take a certain amount of communication to keep that going. And if you're not with a person that you can communicate with, forget it. I met an old man the other day. Oh my gosh, he must have been in his 80s because he was decrepit. And I had on this nice, because you know I lost more than 20 pounds on my raw food thing. I would show you my belly, but I don't want to go off into another segue. And I had on this nice fitting skirt, and I was out by Central Park. I was looking for a Barnes and Nobles. And this man, old man, was also eager to help me. And then he turned around talking about, you got a really nice figure. You could tell he's old, using a word like figure. And then he starts going on bragging about how he's never got married. Listen, some men will play till their dying day. You need to leave those dudes alone. You meet a man who's out there interested in games. Oh, he doesn't want to settle down. This man is 80-something bragging about how he never got married. Okay, now you 80, looking at women in their 30s, thinking that you're going to get somewhere. No, it's too late for you. Let these men out here playing their games in their 30s and 40s. Let them alone. Let them alone, ladies. Leave them, let them be. Let them keep on playing till their 80s, not with you. If you want to see what I wrote to that man about using my body as a springboard, come over to Facebook. I'm going to sum up this video because I think I got all of my points out. Ladies, and if I could sum it up just once, one last. Keep yourself to yourself. Save yourself. Communicate with a person. Don't hope that you can trick them with your body into loving you. Ask them questions about where they're coming from, what they're interested in. Gauge them as a person. Because as long as we women are on the back end of this game with the script flipped in the wrong way, we'll always stay losing. Talking to a man and he's like, okay, goodness, I don't have to say nothing. I can tell her I don't even want a relationship. Tell her I'm against marriage and I still get the goods. What life are we living here? Ladies, we're going to have to come together. Really. We're going to have to come together and make this a collective effort. Because, and you know what, and if anything, if you're a high quality woman, please let them know they can't get high quality women with these antics. Keep yourself to yourself. Keep yourself fresh and free spiritually. Keep yourself fresh and free emotionally. Keep yourself fresh and free physically. Keep yourself fresh and free financially. Don't let these boys out here drain your money, baby. Some of these men not worthy. Listen to what I'm saying. So that you don't end up beleaguered and tired. I have a girlfriend of mine. She met a man, and the man he seems so great, but he spent his time in a relationship with a person that he fathered children with, and the man got all these hang-ups and baggage, so that now when he meets a good woman, he doesn't even know how to appreciate her. Don't let that be you. You know, don't let these people out here pump you full of their semen and then leave you carrying the bag. So that when you do meet your right mate, you have all of this trail of things, a trail of heartbreak, a trail of financial ruin, a trail of spiritual dearth, and then a human living being as a reminder of this past relationship. You got baby father drama, the man coming to you outside your house. You know, you speaking to the new dude. You got baby father out there screaming at you, and the new man talking about he don't want men around his children. I'm sorry, I'm putting other people's business out in the street, but I'm just saying, keep yourself fresh and free, all of that. Ladies, there's no shame in getting your own condoms. They got a lot of condoms out there that come from the female point of view so that you can get ribs and all types of warming sensations and everything. Don't leave condom buying up to the man, no matter what it is, whether he wants to try to rub it, put it between your legs, or put it up against your arm, or put it somewhere else. Cover that up, no matter what. Keep yourself fresh and free and clean so that when it's time for you to settle down, when it's time for you to move forward and time to start a family, that you can without any baggage or any disease. dis-ease emotionally and physically. And now I'm going to end that part of the video. I'm going to talk to the ladies at this point about my regimen for those of you who are still in the video. But I'm going to give a hug to those of you who I screamed at in this video. Pass the video along to somebody that needs to hear it. If you hear a video of mine that you like, pass it on to somebody. Everybody's like, oh, Tonya, you should have your own show somewhere. Well, pass my videos around. We're passing around videos of people fist fighting and old ladies falling down and all types of craziness, people booty shaking. Pass my video around. Hug me. I love you guys. I love you very much. Make sure you go out there. Love one another, but most importantly, love yourself. That's what the whole love guru thing is about. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm an expert on having self-love. And then let's move into the segue about loving yourself. Let's first talk about the smoky eye look. Okay, let me tell you, this was a mistake. I put on black liquid light. Well, first I put on, I don't have on foundation, but I have on concealer under my eyes because I don't sleep enough because of my business. It's always stuff to do. So I put on concealer around my eyes, right? And then I put on this liquid eyeliner. I was like, I didn't like the liquid eyeliner look, so I went to rub it off, and because it had concealer, it was still wet, and I had the concealer under there, so that, you know, concealer can move. So I started moving it, and then it became smudgy. And then I was like, oh wow, that's a smoky eye look. And then what I did was I had some brown powder that I did my eyebrows with, because, you know, I don't grow brows. And then I just took like a powder brush and put it in the corner, and then I put some brown underneath back there. And in this corner, I didn't put any brown in the middle. You can see that there's like a space there, because I noticed that brown in the middle makes your eyes look smaller. But because you know what, dark shrinks things anyway. But right there in the middle, I left that regular. So that's how I got my smoky eye look today, and how I get by without foundation. This is the Coconut Complexion polish, right? I don't have on my autofocus. What's going on here, Tonya? Get it together. Autofocus. Okay, here we go. This is the Coconut Complexion polish. And the Coconut Complexion polish is basically a scrub, because what I do is I lift up the old layers. This polish is amazing. Come to my site. It reveals that virgin skin from underneath. This is how my body started looking like this from polishing it. Because if you see some of my older pictures, my body was a little dull. And then an acid. This is a limited edition for the Fall Harvest Pumpkin Pie acid. It's a pumpkin acid with retinol and hydroxy naturally occurring, and so that peels off your upper layers. This is limited edition. I don't sell this year round. This is just for the fall harvest. Make sure you join the mailing list on my website. And then I have a reparative process. I use this vitamin E. Now this is real vitamin E. Real vitamin E is not clear like the fake stuff they sell. Real vitamin E has the protein building blocks. This is the brown one that repairs your skin naturally. You know, my products, listen, my products are chemical free, additive free, colorant free. They're gourmet. Most of them are edible. Like, I drink this vitamin E when I'm sick, and it helps me heal from the inside too. But the amount of money that I spend on the vitamin E is very expensive, the pure one. The other one they don't tell you is not real. It's synthetic. It's made in a laboratory with the same molecular components, but it doesn't have the same building blocks. It's expensive. But with the amount of money that I save in not having to buy foundation and makeup, it balances it out, because when I wake up in the morning, I come out fresh. I'm feeling fly. You know, all I got to do is put a little concealer and some eyeliner on. Well, my eyebrows. I got to put my eyebrows on. Otherwise, I feel very bald-faced. So you see, I don't even look right. And I'll talk to you guys about my hair in another video. But that's it. I'm going to get out of here. You know what? I love you guys very much. Believe me, and everything that I say comes from a place of love. This video that I made today is all about my opinion. I did not survey anybody else for this video. This came straight from my heart, off the cuff. And I'd love your comments below. Come over to my website, TonyaTKO.com. You can sign up on my mailing list there. For specifically, if you're only interested in my skincare stuff, come over to TKO Skin. Remember, I'm Tonya TKO. TKO Skin. It's my company. Yes, this is the loft here where the magic is created, and I'm in New York City. Oh, I just saw these. Listen, remember how I said I'm doing gourmet? Oh my goodness, you can't see it. this Christmas, I'm coming out with some illegal overproof rum bowls. This is one right here. I had it made with some Ray and nephew. I had 3 of them yesterday. Them things nearly laid me out. Join my mailing list on TKO Skin. It's right on the side. It says special deals and discount, and a pop-up will come up. I'll tell you guys about that because I'm doing that this Christmas in gift baskets. Tiny TKO, and I'm out. Peace.